Hey, what's up, you guys? My name is Juan. I am just one reader, and this is a spoiler-free mini review, really, of the new movie Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I saw this movie yesterday. I've only seen it once. I'm gonna watch it again later today. So I just wanted to say some of my thoughts and a little bit of my opinion, sort of pros and cons, and that's it. First of all, I'm going to start with the pros. I thought this movie was really, really good overall. I thought it was really solid. I loved how this movie made me feel really old feelings, if that makes sense, in terms of just from the beginning of the movie, from the outset, we see the logo Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and the Harry Potter theme music starts playing. Immediately it pulled me back into this world, and it just brought back a lot of things, a lot of feelings, a lot of memories. That was amazing. And I think this movie overall really captures that feeling of wonderment and being welcomed into a world that is magical. And to the Harry Potter fans, this world of Fantastic Beasts definitely feels both familiar and new, and I think that's amazing because we are introduced to many things that are absolutely new, like Macusa, which is like the Ministry of Magic but in New York, and a lot of different characters, a lot of different settings, the way that things work in the magical world, in the wizarding world in the United States. There's some hints here and there about Ilvermorny, for example, things to come in the later installments in the movie, I bet. So that's a big pro. Another pro that I saw is, of course, the visual effects, the music. That is just on point. The visual effects in this movie are crazy. I was so pleased. I was so excited. I felt, in many respects, that this movie was actually much better made than many Harry Potter movies were. Of course, the Harry Potter movies have a very special place in my heart, but Harry Potter has this. I have this issue with the Harry Potter movies. I always have, because even though I love them and they're such a big part of me and my history, I always prefer the books, obviously. So I've always kind of had that conflict. I don't know if that happens to you as well, that even though I love the movies, it just doesn't really compare to the books. And so at times it almost feels like the books and the movies are really something different, something altogether very separate from one another. And that's why I like the Harry Potter movies. I love them, but sometimes I feel like it's a different thing. It's a different story. It's, I don't know. It has a different vibe to me. And that is something that, of course, Fantastic Beasts had going for it as a big pro, because the original book upon which the movie is based, which is really like a manual of these beasts, it's really a textbook, that's what it is. There's no story there, so there's no point of comparison. There's no way to compare this new movie with the written format. So I really enjoyed that this movie felt like its own thing. It felt like something completely individual, something new, something that could stand on its own. And I really enjoyed that we're going to explore a different series. I'm still not very sure how I feel about people taking the Harry Potter universe and just keeping it alive and alive and alive and alive and doing more. I feel like they're stretching it way too much, but well, if they're gonna do it, at least they're doing it right. I thought Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was a very interesting, entertaining, well executed movie, with a really great introduction to a new world and new plot lines. For example, Grindelwald, the First War. There's some hints. That's something that I really liked about this movie. There are some things that only real fans are going to get, like some Easter eggs. For example, we see symbols or some characters' names that are foreshadowed in this movie, and I really enjoyed that. Okay, So that's what I really liked about this movie, and I mean that I really did like it. However, this movie does have some cons, and I do have my concerns about this entire new franchise. Mainly, what I didn't dislike it, but I was kind of concerned. I still am concerned about how well this franchise is going to be, and just how well it's gonna make it. Because okay, so my main concern with this movie is the characters. I know that we have a bunch of characters. We have Newt Scamander, protagonist. We have Colin Farrell. I forgot his name. We have Teeny. We have Queenie. We have Jacob. We have protagonists and main character and supporting characters that are present throughout the entire movie, quite consistently so. My problem was that I didn't really feel that much for the characters. I didn't really get a lot of I didn't really get the identity of each character, and I didn't really see a lot of development. If anything, I think that Jacob's character, he's one of the supporting characters, I think he had more development than the others, but the others were just not that well fleshed out, I think. And J.K. Rowling's characters always feel so lifelike and so specific and so precise. And I think here my main concern was with the female characters, Tina and Queenie. I just didn't really see them. I just don't really get their characters. And again, maybe this will be clearer to me once I rewatch this film, but I do feel that that J.K. Rowling could have done more. I don't know if this had something to do with the portrayals by the actresses and the actors, but yeah, my main concern with this movie was the characters. I just felt that everything else was on point. The plot was good, the action was amazing, the storytelling was good, but the characters I feel could have had more weight, because I think that's what J.K. Rowling does in all of her writing. Harry Potter, The Casual Vacancy, the Cormoran Strike books. That's something that she is a master of, creating vivid, quirky, interesting, lifelike characters that they make this beautiful stories that are very exciting, but they're really character based and character driven at heart. And I didn't feel that with Fantastic Beasts. Maybe this is all because this is the introduction to a new series. Maybe in later installments we will get to see more, and hopefully we will get new characters, because I do feel like this set of characters, this cast of characters, needs to be refreshed a little bit and reconsidered maybe. So that's my biggest con. And another really little concern that I have with this movie is that I felt like something was missing in order to tie it in with the next installment. Basically, this is not really a spoiler, but in the end of the movie has something to do with Grindelwald. And it's obvious that Grindelwald and the war against Grindelwald is going to play a major role in this new franchise. However, it didn't really this movie, the ending of the movie, didn't really capture that. It was sort of like, okay, so here it ends now, that's it, that's the movie. So I felt like something was missing there in order to leave the audiences craving for more and wanting to know more. So that's my only concern. So guys, that was it. I am really looking forward to rewatch this movie, and hopefully I will get more out of it. I really did enjoy it. If this were a book and I had to rate it, I would probably give it like a 3.5. I thought it was really solid, really good. It kept me interested and smiling all the way through. I thought it was a little bit disappointing in terms of characters and in the overall plot line of this new franchise, but overall this is a great movie, and it was amazing to be able to sit there in a movie theater with my family and friends and watch a new Harry Potter type of movie. What was it, 15 years later, after I saw the first one. So this was just amazing as an experience. I loved it, and I am really looking forward to the next installment. So tell me, have you watched this movie? What's your opinion? What are your pros? What are your cons? Let me know in the comments down below and we can talk about it.